I just wanted a sip of water on the plane. Suddenly, I saw my fingernails turning black fast. As a doctor, I knew right away. That was a sign of severe oxygen loss in the heart and lungs. The cup on the table was shaking hard. The flight attendant sensed something was wrong. She rushed to her seat and fastened her belt. She shouted for everyone else to do the same. The next second, the plane hit a violent air current. Water floated out of the cup. Passengers without seatbelts were lifted into the air. The cabin shook like crazy. Screams filled every corner. People clung to their seats, desperate to survive. The captain realized the danger and quickly put on his oxygen mask. The cabin pressurization triggered the oxygen masks to drop from above. The passengers hurried to put the masks over their faces. Anne started breathing in oxygen, but my wife hadn't put hers on yet. Her breathing grew fast and weak. Then she fainted in my arms. I ignored my shaking legs and rushed to the flight attendant's work area. I grabbed a spare oxygen tank from the emergency cabinet. I quickly put the mask on her. Slowly, her breathing came back. After a few long minutes, the shaking stopped. The pressure inside the cabin suddenly returned to normal. To calm everyone down, the captain announced that we had passed through a storm. It caused a seal on the plane to get damaged, but they had already handled the emergency. They were lowering the altitude to balance the pressure. He told everyone to stay calm. They thought the nightmare was over, but the real horror was only beginning. The first to collapse was a middle-aged man. He couldn't breathe, his face turning blue. The flight attendant immediately called for help over the speaker, asking if there was a doctor on board. I immediately ran toward him, but when I got there, he was clawing at his own mouth. No one understood why. The next second, he spat out a mouthful of blood. Then his body started jerking, twisting, like a corpse controlled by an evil spirit. But soon, he went completely still. I checked his pulse. His heart had stopped. The crew carried his body upstairs to business class. They found a blanket and covered him. A few minutes later, a thief sneaked up there. It turned out he had his eye on the dead man's gold watch. He quietly took the watch off, pulled out his phone to record a video, showing off and mocking the dead man. Then the next second, the body slowly turned its head. The thief's scream tore through the plane. When the flight attendants reached the business class, the body had mysteriously vanished.